Hi, this is John Galloway from Microsoft with an ASP.NET MVC2 Quick Hit video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the render action feature. Let's look at this in context. When a request comes into a controller action, it's going to do some things with a model, and then it's going to pass that model to a view, which is then rendered to a response. If your view is getting too complex or you want to reuse things across multiple views, you can use a partial. So you can use html.renderPartial, and you can package up part of your view into a separate file. And you can create multiple partials within a page. So that allows you to break things apart. If you have different things that are used several times within a view, you can keep things nice and simple. The limitation, though, is that you're always working within the context of that controller action. So you only have access to the model that was passed to you. In a lot of reuse scenarios, however, you're going to need to call out to another controller, work with different model objects, and then use those inside of a different view. And that's exactly what render action does for you. So instead of what we did before with render partial as pictured here on the left, we worked always within the context of one controller action using the same model. In render action, we're able to work within the context of a new controller action with a new model and packaging that up into a separate view. Now, both render partial and render action return their results to the response, and that's for one simple reason: performance. Writing directly to the response object is just plain fast. But in a lot of cases, you may need your response as a string. Let's say you're doing something with JSON, or you need your string for manipulation or other formatting. And you can do that with the html.partial or html.action. So let's look at this in action. Here we have a simple store scenario where we have a shopping cart with information that we're going to want to display up in the header, and that shows how many items are in the shopping cart. On the left side, we have a list of genres that are displayed in the cart. Now these things use different models. There's a shopping cart model and there's a store model, and so those are not going to be available in every single controller action. But we'd like to put those in our site master so that we don't constantly have to put that same markup in each page. So let's look at this inside the site master. Here we have html.RenderAction, and we're calling to the store controller, and we're calling the genre menu controller action. And so here we see that we are creating a genre model, and we're passing that back. So that's going to work across the site even in pages that wouldn't have had access to this list of genres. You'll notice that we're using the child action only attribute to tell MVC that we don't want this genre list to be called directly. So to sum up, remember that render action lets you do a similar thing to what you would have done before with render partial, but it allows you to work with a separate controller action. And that's it for this quick hit video.